Well, hello, Chicago. As I stand here today before the working families and union members who built this city, I feel a sense of immense gratitude. And as I look out and see the diverse communities that have defined Chicago since it rose from the ashes in 1871, I feel electrified about the prospects for our great city of broad shoulders. I want to thank the women and men of the IBEW for welcoming us here today. Thank you for your support. And to my fellow elected officials, friends, supporters, my entire family, especially my sweet little honey girls, and my amazing wife, JoJo, and every Chicagoan here today, thank you. Thank you for being here today. Standing here today, surrounded by the people I love, in the city I love, I am thrilled, honored, and deeply humbled to announce that I am running to be the next mayor of the city of Chicago. Because I believe something with every ounce of my being. Chicago's greatest days are still ahead of us. This city has never been defined by its challenges. It has always been defined by the people who turn challenges into opportunity. It's defined by the strength, resilience, proud, stormy, husky, brawling spirit of its people and our neighborhoods. You see, both my parents came to this country as immigrants with almost nothing. Two Greek immigrants who met here in Chicago, chasing nothing more than the American dream. My mom worked at Sears. My dad sold pickles 7 days a week, mornings, nights, weekends, doing whatever it took to build a better future for their future family. You see, they weren't chasing wealth, they were chasing possibility. Everything they sacrificed, everything, was so that their children could dream bigger and bolder than they ever could have imagined. But that story isn't unique. It's the story of Chicago. It's the story of parents working double and triple shifts, teachers staying after school to help kids who need just a little extra help, union members heading out before sunrise, exhausted, but doing it day after day for the families they love, small business owners unlocking their doors every single morning with hope. It's the story of generations believing that if you work hard, play by the rules, and look out for your neighbors, tomorrow can be better than today. That belief built Chicago, and it's that belief that will build our future. My parents were proud when I joined a little-known Illinois State Senator's campaign for the United States Senate. They were proud when that campaign sent Barack Obama to Washington. They were proud when I ran for state treasurer and secretary of state. And I know that my dad would be very proud today. Today, I dream the same dream that my parents dreamed, but not for myself, but for our 4 little daughters. Like every parent in this city, I want them to grow up believing that there's no better place on earth to build a life than Chicago. I want them to feel it in their bones. I want them to feel the same pride and love for this city that my parents did and that I do. But today, too many families are asking a question they never should have to ask. Can we still afford to build our future here? Housing costs continue to rise. Property taxes strain family budgets. Parents can't afford childcare. Families are worried about our streets being safe. Young people wonder whether they'll ever be able to buy their first home. Working families stretch every paycheck just to keep up. But these aren't statistics. They're the real, everyday fears and worries of hardworking people who deserve a government that works just as hard as they do. You see, Chicagoans don't expect perfection, but they do expect leadership that listens, that rolls up its sleeves to work hard, and that loves this city as much as they do. Leadership that has solved problems and will continue to solve problems. Leadership that calls out to all of Chicago and doesn't subscribe to an us versus them mentality. Not leadership that seeks to divide us. Not leadership that seeks to divide us, but that tries to unite us, that focuses on our common goals and dreams for our families, because that's who we are. We're the city that rose from the ashes after the Great Fire, the city that reversed a river, the city that built a skyline that the world reveres and idolizes, the city that changed the labor movement forever, the city that gave the world innovation, architecture, music, culture, and hope. When people say something can't be done, Chicago proves them wrong every single time. So let's prove them wrong again. Let's lead again. Let's lead by demanding better, by making universal pre-K a reality for every child in the city of Chicago. You see, every kid deserves a great start, regardless of their zip code and the community they live in. When we invest in our youngest learners, we invest in safer neighborhoods, stronger schools, and a stronger economy. We give parents the freedom to work, children the opportunity to learn, and families the confidence that Chicago is investing in their future from day one. Every family that chooses to raise children in Chicago should know that the city is investing in their dreams. Let's lead by raising the minimum wage. Working full-time should mean more than just getting by. It should mean the dignity of being able to support your family, save for the future, and build a better life. The cost of groceries, rent, childcare, and everyday necessities has skyrocketed. The wages of working people should at least keep pace. We should all want that. Chicago has always been a city that stands with working people. We helped build the American labor movement, and together we can once again lead the nation by making sure that anyone who works hard can earn a fair day's pay. Let's lead by building the housing that Chicago needs. More housing means more affordability. More affordability means more opportunity. Let's put Chicago's skilled trades to work, building homes that teachers, nurses, firefighters, police officers, electricians, plumbers, service workers, and young families can actually afford. Let's finally cut through bureaucracy, speed up responsible government, revitalize vacant land, and make it easier to build where it makes sense. Chicago should never become a city reserved only for the wealthy. It must remain a city where working people who do everything right can afford to live, raise a family, and build a great future. So let's lead by fixing the tax system. Working families should not be asked to continue to shoulder more and more of the tax burden while worrying about being able to pay their bills. You see, we're all in this together. If you've achieved extraordinary success in this city, that makes me happy. Your success is an inspiration to so many people, and I applaud you. But I'm humbly asking you to help and lead in this fight to turn Chicago around. I will ask you to use your success to help lift up others so that they can also achieve the American dream. But, I'll only do so after I've proven that the city will run efficiently and effectively by rebuilding people's trust and faith in government. That's my job, to inspire you to give back because you care and because you believe it will lift everyone up and make our city as strong as ever before. Tax fairness is not about punishing success. It's about rewarding work. It's about protecting middle-class families. It's about asking everyone to do their part so we can invest in safer neighborhoods, better schools, modern transit, vibrant parks, and the services that make Chicago a city of opportunity for everyone. Because that's what fairness looks like. And that's what leadership looks like. Together we can build a city where every child gets a great start. Every worker earns a fair wage. Every family can afford a place to call home. And everyone contributes to the future we share. That's the Chicago that we're going to build together. Now, I know this because I've seen what's possible when government puts people first. As your Secretary of State retransformed one of the most frustrating experiences in government, we ended the era of endless lines. More than five, I knew that would get an applause. More than 5 million Illinoisans have used our Skip the Line program. We modernized services, we expanded online access, we brought mobile offices into neighborhoods and senior centers. We fought for more resources for libraries in underserved communities, and we proved something that too many people have just stopped believing. Government can work. Government can innovate. Government can respect your time, and government can keep its promises. When insurance prices skyrocketed, we took on big corporations to prevent unfair rate hikes. And when MAGA Republicans tried to ban books and hide the truth, we said, not on our watch. We passed the first bill in the country to ban book bans. And when ICE invaded our city, terrorizing our friends and neighbors, we shut off access to their illegal attempts to use our data against us. You see, I believe fundamentally that government can be both competent and compassionate. That's exactly the kind of leadership that I'll bring to City Hall. Not government that makes excuses, government that delivers, government that demands better and that gets things done. Not politics that divides us, leadership that unites us around common purpose. Because Chicago deserves a city hall that works as hard as the people it serves. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not going to win every battle. No mayor ever has, and no city ever will. Building a better Chicago will not happen overnight. It will take really, really hard work, honest, tough conversations, shared sacrifice, and leaders willing to put people ahead of politics and our own careers. But if there's one thing I know about this city, it's this. Chicago has never been afraid of hard work. When this city burned to the ground, we didn't give up, we rebuilt. Taller, stronger, more determined than ever. When working people were exploited in our factories, stockyards, and rail yards, Chicago didn't look the other way. Workers organized, neighbors stood together. The labor movement found its voice, and generations of Americans benefited because Chicago had the courage to fight for dignity on the job. And that same spirit lives here today. It lives in every entrepreneur who takes a chance on a new idea. It lives in every union worker who heads to work before the sun comes up to build our skyline, repair our streets, protect our families, run into burning buildings, nurture our children, keep our lights on, and keep this city moving forward. It lives in every parent working 2 or 3 jobs so their children can have opportunities that they never had. It lives in every neighborhood, on the south side, on the west side, on the north side, and every community in between. Because what makes Chicago great isn't our skyline, it isn't our lakefront, it isn't our sports teams or our world-class architecture. Those things make us famous, but our people make us great. Our diversity is our strength. Our resilience is unmatched. Our willingness to stand together, even when it's hard, is what has always carried us forward. Chicago has never waited for someone else to save us. We save ourselves together. That's the Chicago way. So today, I'm asking you to believe again. Believe that our greatest days are not behind us. Believe that we can build a city where the American dream is once again achievable for all, more affordable, safer, full of promise and opportunity. Believe that government can once again be worthy of the people it serves. And most of all, believe in Chicago. Because I do. I always have. Even during our darkest days, and I always will. You see, Chicago has never been a city that asks or waits for permission. We don't let people talk shit about us. We dream big, we build boldly, and we lift one another up. And that's who we will be again. Because when Chicago believes in itself, there is nothing we can't build, nothing we can't overcome, and no future we can't create. And together, we will write the next great chapter in the story of the greatest city in the world. So let's do this together. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our working families, and God bless the city of Chicago. Thank you.